Show you how to edit text in Moodle. Anytime that you add an assignment, make an announcement, create a page, or do anything where you're providing students with text information, you are going to need to utilize the text editor. So I'm going to add an activity called a page. You can use a page or a label to add basically text information. The nice thing about a page is it shows up as one link on the course page, and when the student clicks the link, it goes to a separate page. So it's a nice way to put, if you have a lot of information, it's a nice way to display the text. So I'm going to add a page and click add. You're going to give the page a title. So I'm just going to call this instructions for the week of April 13th through April 17th. Okay. And then for a page, you have a description, but you're always looking for the word content. This is actually what's going to show up on the page. So it's just a blank box, right? And I want to type text in. Now I'm going to show you before I get in here and show the example or do an example. I want to show you an example that's already done. So in this course, this is a page in a Moodle course on CPR training, and one of the things you can notice is that you have certain text, like this text here that's in red, that is actually a heading, and you can change the font color. You can do numbered lists and you can do bullet lists, but having the information separated out is helpful. You can also put links like this one says log into the bookstore, right? And then the word bookstore is the actual link to go log in. The American Red Cross has a reference manual. This is the link to that reference manual. And so basically you can add in information in ways that's easy for the eye to see, track. It's easy to provide the instructions and creates a little bit of white space on the page as well. You can put videos right on the page. And you can actually even link to assignments that are in the main course page as well, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. So I do just want to show you the editor. Basically, the only tools that you see here at the top are the type of text that you're using. Paragraph is the default. You can bold and italicize text. You can make text a different color. You can highlight text, and you can do bullet and numbered lists. So if I were going to come in here and type something like instructions, I'm just throwing some text in here. Okay, so I just typed in a bunch of text, and if I save this right now, it's really boring looking. Like it's just boom, this, and it's even hard to notice what the last bit of font is. So I'm going to go back in here and edit this and make it so that the stuff shows up a little bit better. So I'm going to go down here to my content, and I'm going to select the word instructions, and instead of letting that be normal text, I'm going to change it to a large heading, and I'm going to make it red so it just shows up. These three things, I'm going to do a bullet list. So you just click on the little bullet and you get a nice little bullet list there. I can also do the same thing with these resources. I can maybe make that a large heading. And I can take these things and make it a numerical list. So this is already getting a little bit easier to see, and I'm going to put some white space down here at the bottom so that there's a little bit more space between the last piece of text and the what else will show up on that page when it's published. Okay, so now if I hit save and display, I can see that it's already looking a little bit easier to read. I'm going to go back in and edit that again just to show you how to add some links and to change it up a little bit more. So when I come down here to this page content area, if I select this very first icon, that's where I get more tools. So this is where I'm going to be able to do things like web links, add an image, record audio. I can do underlining, subscripts, superscripts. You can change the justification on the page. And you can do some indentation, some tables, clear your formatting, all kinds of things are here. I'm going to select these bullets here, and I'm going to actually go to do an indent, and you can indent that over quite a bit, so it really brings that text in. It just makes it easier to track for the eyes. I'm going to come down here to these resources and show you how to insert links as well. So let's just say you have a Google Doc that you want students to reference. I'm going to go to a Google Doc that I already have, and I'm going to click on the little head in my Google Drive here and share this Google Doc. And I've already shared it, but if you haven't, you can just click Get Shareable Link at the top, and it will provide a link for you. So I'm going to copy that link, say Done, go back to my Moodle page, and I'm going to select my text and find the little chain link icon, and that's what I'm going to paste my link into. And you can even have it open in a new window if you want them to leave the Moodle page open. Maybe they have to toggle back and forth between a document and your Moodle page. Then you want to go ahead and check that box. So create link, and it puts the link in there. Similarly, if you had an entire folder in Google Drive that you wanted to link, then you can do the same thing. Click on the little head, get shareable link, copy your link, go back to your Moodle page, select Google folder or whatever you put as the text there, click on the link, and let that open in a new window. And so now I've got these links here to a Google Doc or a Google folder, and you could do the same thing for the high school website or any other web page. You just want to copy that URL and then come back here to your text, hit the little chain linky guy, and I'm not going to have this open in a new window just to show you. So I'm going to hit create link, and then I'm just save and display. So now I'm going to go back to the main Moodle course page to show you what this looks like. So it shows up on the main page as just a little piece of paper and the instructions. And when I click on that, it actually opens as a separate page. So if I click on this Google Doc, it should open it up in a new tab, like that. If I click on the Google folder, opens it in a new tab, shows the documents in that folder. If I click on that website, it's actually going to open it up right within that same window because I didn't have it open in a new tab. And so the bad thing about that is that now I'm not on my Moodle page anymore, and I would have to hit the back button to get back or to log in to Moodle another way. So I'd like to open a new window a lot of times because I think it helps, but that's basically some ways that you can format text on your course page. And just to keep in mind, I added a page when I did this, but you could certainly add a label, and if you added a label, that is going to show up on the main page. And it just shows up there. So if you had text that you wanted students to see on the main course page, then you would want to add a label. And then of course in your announcements or even in your assignments, if I added an activity, called it an assignment, and I gave this a name, in the description I could use this text box just like I did with the page. I could have my instructions, I could type stuff, I could have my resources, and then you can still have those headings and make things colors and all that type of stuff. That text box shows up the same place everywhere that you're typing text in Moodle.